Okay, so as far as compound interest is concerned, we have uploaded detailed video solutions of all the problems given the textbook Concise Mathematics, including the chapter-wise revision. Okay, chapter-wise revision is in itself in 3 stages. So you will find detailed video solutions of all the problems of this thing, chapter-wise revision. Then we have taken up Asit Das Gupta, Keep in Touch worksheet, as well as the question bank. You will find solutions on our video on our YouTube channel. Then you want extra practice. So for that you are taking up this textbook Pearson IT Foundation. For Pearson IT Foundation we have uploaded detailed video solutions of this thing Classroom Wing. That is a new edition, 2021 9th edition I am talking of. So here you are having Classroom Wing and Competition Wing. So Classroom Wing we have already dealt with in detail. That is including the printing mistakes, printing errors, and a few problems we have solved on the I have solved on the whiteboard for you. You can refer to that video. A link you will find in the description box. Now it comes to this thing. It is a competition wing. Okay. So in this video we are going to take up competition wing of Pearson IT Foundation, class 9th, compound interest. So the two very important points I would like to say here. Sorry. One is that variety. Whenever I am trying to solve the problems given a textbook, I look for variety. I want variety in the problems. More the variety, the better it is for me. Okay, as a student I am saying. So, and second is that the level. By level I means that the challenge I feel when I am solving the problems. So ideally there should be a lot of variety, different types of problems a textbook should offer. And second is that the problem should be challenging, because regular textbooks, regular school level, my Concise Mathematics, Asit Das Gupta, all this I have already solved. Now when I am moving up to the level of IT Foundation, I want the questions to be challenging. Now as far as variety is concerned, let me tell you for this book, Pearson IT Foundation, variety you won't find. The problems, they are directly problems are getting repeated. Now repeat questions I am saying here, for example question number 20 and 22 and question number 24 and 25 of level 1 competition wing I am talking of. So you will feel that it is exact repetition. So once you have solved this problem question number 20, you don't feel like solving question number 22 because it is a repeat problem. Similarly here, once you have solved question number 24, you don't feel like repeating the solving the question number 25 because it is the exact repeat of question number 24. So there is no variety. By no variety I mean that there is very little variety. Okay. The second is so many problems you will find of this type. A sum is split into 2 or 3 equal parts. Now one part you are investing at simple interest at some rate, the other part you are investing at some other rate. One part you are investing at simple interest and one part you are investing at compound interest. So it appears to be direct copy paste work. For so many problems you will find the same statement. A sum is split into 2-3 equal parts, so on and so forth. I mean, you don't feel like solving the problems because it is a repeat problems. What are the questions? Question number 19 for example, question number 21, 26, 28, 30, etc. There are so many problems of this same type only they are giving. That means there is no variety. Now this much I have to say as far as variety is concerned. Now second is as I was saying, of challenge. If you solve Pearson IT Foundation competition wing, you won't find problems challenging at all. In fact, you will feel that the problems are simply formula punching. You have to plug in the values in the formula and the answer will jump out. You don't have to apply your brains or think so much. So the problems, you won't find problems to be challenging. Now this is the second disappointment as far as Pearson IT Foundation competition wing is concerned. Okay. So that is why, because I feel that you can solve all the problems on your own. It is simply formula punching and so many problems are getting repeated. So that is why I am not preparing any text solution file for competition wing. Only one problem I will take up here for this competition wing, level 3. Okay, one problem, I think problem number 54 I will take up, because that problem is dealing with the change in the rate of interest. Now it is nothing new means that the same problem you will also find in concise mathematics. In fact, this brings me to the problem highlighter. Okay, let me tell you the highlighted problem this week. Okay, so for problem highlighter, in case you do not know what is problem highlighter means that one or two problems from the previous exercises that we have already solved, I highlight specifically. So, and I will especially encourage you to watch this video in case you have missed that video, because these are the problems which actually teach us something that we might have missed. These are important. In exercise you are having 10, 12, 15 questions, but all of them are not equally important, because the sum of question might be simply formula punching, some might be repeat, but one or two problems they teach something that enhances our learning. I mean, one or two important point that we might have missed. So that is called as problem highlighter. So as I was saying that for this week, I mean, before solving competition wing of Pearson IT Foundation, you must go through this previous video, that is concise mathematics, exercise 2D, question number 1 and question number 2. Now why I am saying this is that because here you will find the change in the rate of interest. In question number 2 they are talking of depreciation. So in question number 2 the third year depreciation rate is different from the first 2 years. And for question number 1 you will see that for the first year rate of interest is 10%, whereas for the second year rate of interest is 11%. So as I was saying that change in the rate of interest is nothing new for, it is not some new question that you are going to get in the Pearson IT Foundation. These type of question we have already solved, for example concise mathematics. Now when it comes to this Pearson IT Foundation competition wing, the problem is that problem number is, let me tell you, yes, so this is level 3 question number 54. At compound interest of 8%, 10%, 12% for 3 consecutive years, the interest earned in the third year is rupees 891. Find the principal amount. Find the, yes, principal amount. So you see, rate of interest is changing, 8%, 10% and 12%. Now some students have asked me that how we can solve this problem because the rate of interest is changing. Clearly, in case you are finding this problem difficult, it means that you are not familiar with the basics of dealing such sort of problems. You might have missed the previous videos that we have uploaded on our channel. Please do watch them and then try to solve them on your own. In case you are not able to solve this problem, then you can continue with this video. I am going to solve this problem in this video. Okay, in case you are not able to do it, then you can watch it. Okay, so let me solve this question. Okay, so the question is that for first year rate of interest is 8%, for second year it is 10%, for third year it is 12%, and the interest for the third year they have given 891 rupees. So we have to find the principal. So I1 means the interest of the first year. It will be equal to, you know the formula, P into R into T upon 100. So let us assume that principal is P, rate is given 8%, time will be 1 year. For first year we are calculating upon 100. Okay, so I1 will be equal to 8P upon 100. Clear? So this I am writing here, I1 will be equal to 8P upon 100. Now let us talk of second year. Now we have used the formula that for compound interest, for second year, interest will be equal to previous interest plus interest on previous interest. I1 is interest of first year. Now please understand the meaning of the formula. The formula says that for second year, not for the first year, leaving first year, for each subsequent year. For example, here we are talking of the second year. So the interest of the second year will be equal to in previous interest. By previous interest I mean that you will be getting interest equal to the previous interest. Whatever you have received previously, that you will get, plus in addition to that you will also get interest on the previous interest. So that is the meaning here, I1 plus interest on I1. But here there is a slight twist. The twist is that rate of interest has been changed. So previously you were getting 8P upon 100, but this time you will have to calculate again Again, I mean using the 10% rate of interest. So you will not be getting 8p upon 100 as you have received previously, but you will be getting 10p upon 100. 10p upon 100 means that 10% of the principal, whereas I1 was 8% of the principal, plus interest on the previous interest. What is the rate of interest? 10%. 10 of 100 of the I1. What was I1? 8p upon 100. It will be like this. That is, interest is equal to previous interest, but at the change rate of interest plus interest on interest. So this, if you solve, you will get here. So I2 you will be getting here 108p upon 1000. Okay. Now let us talk of I3. So I3 will be equal to previous interest, it is I2, plus interest on I2. But again, rate of interest has changed to 12%. So for I2, you will have to do again the calculation using 12% as the rate of interest. 12% of what was the original principal? P, plus how much interest you have got in the first year? 8p upon 100. I hope you understand this thing. This thing will be the amount at the end of first year, principal plus interest, and the amount at the end of first year will become the principal for the second year. And for the second year, instead of 10%, you have to calculate interest at the rate of 12%. So it will be 12% of the amount at the end of first year, or you can say the principal for the second year, plus interest on I2. So it will be plus interest. Interest will be calculating according to the 12%. 12 upon 100 of I2. I2 we have calculated previously, 108p upon 1000. Okay. So this will be 108p upon 100 if you take 100 LCM, isn't it? So I am writing it 108p upon 100. This is 12%, it will be 12 upon 100. We can take 12 upon 100 as common. So this is 108p upon 100. This is 108p upon 1000. Now I3 has been given 891. So you have to equate this thing with 891. So this means that your P will be equal to 891 into, so it will be okay. So principal will be 6250. So that is how you can make use of the formula that interest is equal to previous interest plus interest on previous interest. Not for the first year. For first year you will have to do the calculation PRT upon 100. But for each subsequent year, interest will be equal to the previous interest plus interest on interest. What is the meaning of interest is equal to previous interest? The meaning is that the interest that you have received in the previous year, that much you will get this year also. In addition to that, you are going to get something extra, that is interest on the previous year's interest. But in case the rate of interest changes, then you directly cannot substitute the value of the previous interest. For example, I2 is equal to I1 plus interest on I1. So you cannot directly write I1, the interest of the previous year, because this year the rate of interest has changed. So for the rate, if the rate of interest is changing, then you will have to be a little bit careful. You can see the previous videos as I given you the reference in the problem highlighter also, and for this problem also I have solved on the whiteboard, you can refer to it. Okay, so this finishes all the type of problems as far as compound interest is concerned. Your school level textbook like Concise Mathematics, Asit Dasgupta, then the classroom wing we have done previously for IT Foundation, and now also we have taken up this thing, that is the competition wing. Competition wing, if you try for yourself, you'll find the problems are not very challenging. That is why I'm not uploading any text file. And also there's variety, you won't find much variety also. Now this doesn't mean that you do not practice the problems on your own. Saying that sir, you have said that there is no variety, so that is why I didn't do it. No, you do it on your own. Okay, but the general idea is that you can do it if you have solved all the problems of concise mathematics, Asidas Gupta chapter by revision, this that, then you can very easily solve all the problems of this competition wing also. You won't find anything new or anything hard. In case you do find anything hard, then please do write a comment. I will be giving you the solution for it. Okay.